In as much as we try to avoid what this D1 used to talk about VDM, do you know that everything he used to say is very annoying? If you come across his video, the accusation, the lies, when you listen to them, do you know it's quite annoying that something needs to be done about it? Honestly, the supporters of VDM, we must think of what to do. Trust me, it's quite annoying. Since he feels that cyber stalking and cyber bullying of VDM is the #1 job he has, it is an offense in Nigeria Constitution for you to be cyber bullying someone and be cyber stalking someone. It is an offense. So VDM supporters, we must rise to the occasion that if VDM is not going to do anything, which we understand, supporters of VDM will definitely do something. People will rise to the occasion to make sure that this guy accounts for everything he has been saying, because he's carrying wrong narrative, too many lies to public domain, publishing them, and they are becoming reality to some people. Now, to all the Very Dark Man supporters, we should think of a plan, because if this D1, especially D1 and this guy called Man of Thoughts, the kind of narrative they have been painting about Very Dark Man, we all know that they are all not true, and they are very abnormal things that they have been saying. I want us to think about everything they have been doing and then ask ourselves, for the fact that VDM don't want to respond, should we just allow these people to continue to paint all this their wrong narrative about VDM brand? Or we have to think of a solution to all of these things? Because I cannot continue to imagine how somebody will just wake up every day and just think of what to say about somebody negatively without proof. And then we understand that VDM is not ready to respond to some of these guys. Should we now continue as supporters of this brand to allow these people to continue to paint VDM name in a very wrong way that is not true? Because a lot of people come across their video who are not really conversant with Very Dark Man, who does not really understand what Very Dark Man does. So they will tend to believe what these people say about Very Dark Man. So much accusations here and there, no proof. No proof. If VDM refused to respond to these people, which we understand 100%, some of us, that yes, he don't need to respond to them. As supporters of VDM, should we let these people continue to exploit the internet by painting the name VDM and giving him a wrong name while he's doing what 99% of Nigerian youths cannot do today? Every time VDM said he's going to do something, you see this I don't know the name to call him. This one keep coming up to say, I want to do the same thing. I want to do that. The last time VDM talked about bringing people, the Nigerians that were somewhere in other country because of trafficking, this guy came out and said, oh, I need a budget. He is planning with his team to bring people. Why all this competition? If security agencies will not look at this guy and call him one day and say, oh yeah, come and account for some of these things you have said so far. You said you have proof, so that he can prove it. It is now left for VDM supporters to think of what they can do to this guy. They need to handle this guy. We need to handle him our own way. There is something I always said. If you allow a wrong narrative to continue to escalate, to continue to rebrand, to continue to move, a time will come, it now becomes like a reality. What is the meaning of all this? When you listen to this guy called Man of Thought, at first he started sounding like he supported VDM. He now changed it and started saying VDM is doing a lot that he understands, and he can hack and he can track VDM, he can do a whole lot. He said a lot. But this guy called D1 has taken it upon himself to bring down the name VDM. And you are saying that VDM will not last till November this year. Wisdom is always profitable to direct. So in whatever we do as a people, let's use our Akanuche. I come in peace. Peace out.